What's up, everybody? It's Brendan and Ashley, my daughter, from Ronin Brothers Performance, and with us today is the Avenger's motor. Yes. If you remember, this is the one that absolutely ate itself while we were on the track. We had some cooling issues, overheating, a little bit of visual inspection. So cylinder 4, big surprise, had some problems. Looks like somebody did the golf ball dimples for airflow across the top of the piston. We're going to find out more when we get into it, but Ashley is home from college, and she wanted to help us tear down a motor and see what really happened, so that way we can start working on how we're going to build the next motor for this car, because the junkyard one, while it is operating pretty cool, not quite where we want for the horsepower yet. So we figure we do a little time lapse of us tearing this thing down, and then we'll probably do a little final find video where we talk about, hey, like, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is what it is. So tell everybody hi.
Hi.
And we're going to get to work. Okay, you just watched a video. I mean, it's time lapse, but super easy to do, right?
Yep.
All right, so talk everybody through. What did you do?
Well, we just took it down piece by piece, talked about what each piece does, and all of that, which is really cool to learn about each integral part of it and what each piece does and how that plays a role in how the engine works. For the most part, it's pretty easy to take apart, except for the fact that the pistons took forever to take out. Those were a little pain in the butt. We had to hammer them quite a few times, which you'll see in the video of the time lapse. But other than that, it was pretty easy. Seems like piston 4 is most likely our culprit for a lot of it. Besides the fact that, what was it used? There was something used to fill up holes, which ended up filling up where the coolant goes through. So piston 4 was not cooled down at all when it was running, which does not help when we're trying to run it and it's trying to race.
Yep, that's exactly right. So once upon a time, silver seal, stop leak, whatever they call that garbage, it actually plugged in the head the chambers that coolant needs to go. So, which explains why cylinder 4 seemed to have the problem. Now, we did not see a definitive issue on the head gasket, and we did not find yet, but we really haven't done more than a courtesy glance, but we haven't seen anything like a cracked cylinder. So if it is the way it looks right now, then chances are it's a warped head, warp block, just due to overheating that took place in cylinder 4. Head bolts didn't pull any threads with them when they came on out. The condition of the cylinder is really hard to tell. Obviously, the motor's had water in it since the race, so they're a little bit grimy. It's kind of hard. Same thing with the pistons. The pistons were gummed up really, really bad. Normally, where you can gently tap them on out, we actually had to pull the crank, get direct angle onto that thing to knock it on out. But they came on out. We'll get a chance to clean everything and then look for scoring marks. The bearings, since you're probably wondering about that, crank bearings look great. Mains looked fantastic, especially considering 167,000 miles. So at some point in its life, somebody did a decent job with maintenance, but motor just wasn't ready. And then with them doing that stop seal in there, that ultimately led to the failure on the motor. It is, to a degree, a rebuildable block. If we wanted to stay with this 2.4 into this platform, nah, we're going to do something else. So thanks for watching.